Time now to welcome one half of the Wonder Twin squad that is an interesting combination of hockey knowledge one from north of the border, another from Hockey Town, USA. Now, I figured it went so well the first go-around where the man sitting next to me predicted the VGK over the Ducks in 6 games, I'd have them in again. Only my guy today is one man with the strength of 2 without his co-host, Sarina Taylor. Folks, welcome co-founder of Hockey Nights in Las Vegas, Mr. Eddie Rivkin. Thank you for coming in, my man.
Brian, thanks for having me again. Hopefully we'll have a reason to do this again in a couple of weeks where we can recap another series and talk about the Stanley Cup Finals. Wouldn't that be something?
That would be something. You feeling like you got good muscle today to do the heavy lifting by yourself?
I got it.
I
rested. I watched golf all day. Got a little sun. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay. First things first, I got to ask you this. Your prediction with the Ducks went so well. Kind of let you bask in the glory of that. Did that pretty much go basically exactly how you thought it would go?
It kind of did.
Yeah.
The Golden Knights had a good look at a fast, speedy team in Utah. They got a good look at a faster, probably better team in Anaheim. Well, now they're going to get the alpha male of the faster teams. They're going to get the President's Cup winner, the Colorado Avalanche, starting Wednesday night. But listen, don't believe the hype. I don't know who's saying, right? Whoever it was, don't believe the hype.
Public Enemy, Flavor Flav.
This series is not going to be easy for anybody.
Okay, all right. We'll get there in a quick second.
Okay.
First, I got to ask you about the end of the last series. One, how the team kind of picked up Braden McNabb. The fact that he missed the last game and the team went out there and won 5-1 with their most experienced, basically captain of the defense not being in there.
That is a statement to how they felt about the 2-game suspension. Yes, it was 1 game, but it was really 2 because the incident happened in 6 or 7 minutes into the first period.
Yeah.
The response was either going to be hard one way or hard the other, and apparently the room decided enough. And they decided that they were going to go out and they imposed their will on the Ducks starting about 70 seconds in with Magic Mitch's, goal. And then it was, it's mind-blowing.
That
right?
goal was
it's absolutely mind-blowing.
That goal was bananas.
And if you're an Anaheim Duck fan, you saw what was coming.
Yeah.
And the Golden Knights handed out the punishment, and that was that.
Yeah, that really set the tone for that game, didn't it?
Yep.
I mean, that goal.
They put them on their heels, and they ran them out of the barn.
They really did. They ran them out of the barn. And then after the game, obviously the news for all the different media outlets was the fact that none of the media got a chance to talk to anyone. The team was fine. They took away a draft pick and everything else. Again, what was your take on that? Were you shocked and kind of maybe how that happened, or?
My take might be a little bit different. Okay. It wasn't that big a deal to me.
Okay.
If it was Bruce Cassidy, I would probably be a lot more upset because Bruce Cassidy was a lot more forthcoming with information.
Oh yeah,
right.
Night and day.
So was Peter DeBoer, and so to a point was Gerard Gallant, who did have a frosty relationship on occasion with the media.
Yeah.
But those 3 guys, the one thing is they were okay talking to the media. Torts has been around the game for 25 years.
Yeah.
He's never liked the media.
He has not.
You know exactly what you're getting when you get that man. So if I could, let me recap for you now what Torts would have said if he would have come to the mic.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, and I'm not going to do an impression.
Okay.
I'm just going to give you the quick and easy.
Okay.
Liked a lot about what we did. Still have a lot to clean up to get ready. Not going to talk about the opponent. Not going to talk about injuries. We're going to give the boys a day off and get back at it on Saturday.
Okay.
I just did Torts' media for you.
Yeah.
There you go.
I get it. But like we kind of talked off camera, the fact that it wasn't just Torts, the fact we didn't get a chance to go in the locker room, which is probably even more, it's bigger just because we usually do get something from the players, especially if you got an opportunity to talk to,
Mitch Marner.
Yeah, or William Karlsson, because they got Mitch Marner after the game for like 2 seconds. Because they said the bus was going to leave him, which the bus is not going to leave Mitch Marner in the dang Anaheim.
The thing about it is the NHL requires the coaches to do media every day.
Yes, and the locker room to be open.
Right. But I want to just give you a very relevant example. The Eastern Conference Finals starts this Thursday night.
Yeah.
Carolina versus either Montreal or Buffalo.
Okay.
On Thursday, Carolina will have not played a game in 12 days. What do you think Rod Brindamore has to talk about every day for 12 days while his team is not even in the facility. I understand the NHL wants to give the people meat on the bone, okay? But there isn't anything to talk about for 12 days.
That's your side of things, though, because there's always something to talk about. Whether or not, say you wanted, from a media perspective,
what new questions would you have?
For who?
For Rod Brindamore, who's on a 12-day hiatus.
One, the team is not practicing, right? So
they had 5 or 6 or 7 days off.
So if you can't talk to they're not going to take 5 days off. They're going to practice within the time frame. You lose your stamina and everything else. There's no way the team's not going to take a week off before.
Pretty close.
5 days?
They knew they were going to get to 12.
They knew they were going to get to 12
days. They knew when the series was going to start.
Yeah, no, I get that. But, I mean, they're going to have practice, even if it's a light practice or a skate or something. They're not going to just not do anything. But, I mean, the point would be this, is if you're a media person, which you're there for, you're going to meet, maybe you do a story on a specific player. You know what I mean? Like, you pick a different player for each day.
I agree.
That sort of thing.
I'm talking about specifically the coach. Even when they were in Utah and they had the second day off, both times. It was a weird setup for the series.
Yeah.
There are just days where there's nothing really to talk about. And if you ask the same questions over and over to a fellow like Torts, you're going to get salty. And I'm not justifying his behavior.
Yeah,
I want to be clear.
No,
I'm not justifying.
Devil's advocate.
He has responsibilities, but I also understand that this story right now is a grain of sand on the beach, and we ain't going to find out what the real truth behind all of this is until way further down the line.
That may be true. I will say this. To me, as a media member, I feel zero sympathy for anybody saying I got to go out there and talk because, you know what?
It's your job.
That's exactly what I'm getting ready to say. It's exactly what it's your job. Go out there and do it. Whether or not, you answer, whether you answer by saying I'm not going to answer, do that. Because, I mean, that's the reaction that a media member would have. Like, hey, he didn't want to talk about this.
But you got me to do Torts' media, so we're all good.
There we go. I wish you could have done William Carlson's. But, I mean, Carly is a different story.
Yeah, I'm not that good. Torts is an easy impression. Yeah. William Carlson, much more complicated.
Big Willie Styles, good people. All right, so moving along to the fact that the Golden Knights are taking on the President's Cup winner, as you said. I mean, they're a mammoth story or team this entire season, right? Colorado's done extremely well. But the Golden Knights have played well against them in the past, as far as like historically have done well. When they won the Cup, they beat them on the way to the Cup, right?
They lost the first 2 games, won the next 4.
Exactly, right? So what are your thoughts on this being maybe another step up as far as like speed and skill from Anaheim to the Ducks?
It definitely is that, but I think you have to throw everything out.
Okay.
Torts was the coach the last time the Golden Knights played the Colorado Avalanche. It was part of his little mini 8-game semi-audition. But Colorado had already won the President's Cup.
They did.
The game, in essence, meant nothing to them. The Golden Knights were still playing for just about everything. So I think you have to throw everything out. And, we live in a recency bias world.
Yes.
What did our eyes tell us the most recent? The Golden Knights are a different team with a different coach, but most significantly, a different attitude in how they feel about themselves.
Yeah.
So as much as you want to go back and say they were 1-1 against the Avs in the regular season, none of that matters. It's 0-0. Game 1 is Wednesday night. Colorado has not seen this Golden Knights team.
This is true. This is true.
And that and a number of other things leads me to say that this series is going to be a lot more like Hearns Hagler. I'll give you another boxing reference. This is going to be.
I mean, it's going to be a fantastic series.
It's going to be an absolute slugfest. They might not all be the closest games, but the compete level is going to be just off the charts. If you're a hockey fan, this is must-see TV. Absolutely 100% must-see TV.
Okay, so I guess 2 things. One, if you're the Golden Knights, what do you think is the thing that you must do if you're the Golden Knights in order to beat the Colorado Avalanche?
I think you have to try to prevent Nathan MacKinnon from beating you.
Oh, that's pretty easy.
Yeah. Third best player in the world, maybe second, depending on where you see Leon Draisaitl. Yeah. But he is He's a beast.
Monster.
Yeah, he's a monster. And but the Golden Knights have had success programming, scheming football, right? Scheming against certain things. If they let Nathan McKinnon run wild, they're going to struggle mightily in this series.
Yeah.
If they can force other people, and don't get me wrong, Colorado has a lot of wagons on that roster.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Kale McCarr is really good. Blah, 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 blah.
So they're deep, right? This is the deepest team for sure the Golden Knights will see in the playoffs. On the other side of the ledger, William Karlsson came back and the lineup is now situated where Mitch can go back to his regular position on the wing and reassume his scoring versus his defense responsibility. The key is going to be don't let McKinnon beat you. And I would ask Torts if we were going to see Mark Stone, but why get a one-word answer, right? We'll see tomorrow.
He's been asked that, yeah.
Right, and he's not going to talk about it. And he's not going to talk about Jeremy Lauzon, but you know that, so why even ask? Just to get the no.
Because
you have to. It's your job.
There you go.
This team has a better opportunity to beat Colorado with Mark Stone in the lineup.
There you go. That's Captain Obvious, but I completely agree. With that being said, being around the team, seeing the injury and kind of sort of blah, 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 what are the tea leaves telling you? What do you think about Stone returning?
I would say I'm highly not optimistic.
I would agree with you.
I mean, it was a non-contact injury.
Yeah.
I am not a doctor. I did not play one on television. But that looks like a groin.
Holiday Inn? You stayed at Holiday Inn?
It looks like a Holiday Inn Express.
Okay.
It looks like a groin to me.
It does, yeah. It did.
And if it's a groin, those don't heal in 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a 4 to 6 week special, just all the time.
Okay.
So I would be practice tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. If Mark Stone was out there, even in a red contact jersey, now we got a news story.
No, yeah, we do. Two things to get out of here. First one, Carter Hart. Man, like how much has he made Coach Torts look like a genius, and how much has his stock just and making McCrimmon look like a genius in the fact that they went out and got him.
Carter Hart came with some baggage.
Yeah.
The Golden Knights gave him an opportunity, 2 years, $2 million. He hadn't played in 22 months, played 6, 7, 8 games, had a terrible injury, missed 33 games. I don't want to say that Torts is the reason that Carter Hart is going so good, but Torts had Carter Hart in Philadelphia as a young kid. And Torts' style is a bit unique, but the one person who's not going to be fazed by it is Carter Hart. And the fact that Torts came out and said, he is my guy.
Right out the gate.
Hard stop. He is my guy. Now, if you're Carter Hart, you're saying, Coach got my back.
I got to go up there and perform.
I got to just go out, right? And he's done his job. His goals against is under 2.5. His save percentage is approaching .920.
He's balling.
The narrative that goes on by the media that's not here, they're saying the Golden Knights goaltending is adequate or it's okay. That's a myth, right? That is, I don't know if it's Vegas Golden Knight derangement syndrome or it's just hating the most hated team in the NHL. I don't know about any of that.
I think that's more national than local.
No. The national narrative is, he's been okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's been a lot better than okay.
Been balling.
He's played all 12 games in the playoffs. He played 6 out of the 8 before leading into the playoffs. Bad goals happen. Bad bounces happen. The hockey gods like to have a chuckle every now and then and let an own goal in or a double deflection.
I'm about to say they had one in the first 3 games of the dang playoffs.
Right. So
yeah.
Carter Hart has stolen games for the Vegas Golden Knights. And during the course of the original 82 games of the regular season and the 35 episodes that Sarina and I did, we were never able to say that a goaltender for the Vegas Golden Knights stole a game.
Yeah.
Carter Hart's stealing games.
Yeah.
And the testament is, you're right, the belief that Kelly showed in a guy, and we're not getting anywhere into the past or anything like that, The kid was a very, very good goaltender on a very, very bad Philadelphia Flyers team.
No, he had
playing
the vision.
for Torts.
He had the vision.
And now he's emboldened. Now he wants it more. And he's the hardest working guy in the room. I don't know, you don't get to practice too much because you got a full-time job and stuff. But Carter Hart is the first player on the ice at practice. Before any of the forwards, he's working with Sean Burke, taking shots and working on drills. And if you talk to the director of goaltending, Sean Burke, he is the hardest working athlete, goalie, that he has ever coached. And Sean Burke's been in the game since, Jesus was making wine. He's been around a long time.
Burke, he's a good dude. I see him up in the press box all the time.
Right.
Really good. He loves my suits. He's a good dude. He's one of my favorite guys on their whole staff. Matter of fact, all the guys are upstairs in the press box area, which are a lot of the assistant coaches and goalie coaches. Good people, really good. But Sean's done a fantastic job. Okay, so last but not least.
Don't do it.
I got to, because last time I pressed Sarina about it.
My answer won't be as fast this time.
Well, we don't have much time, so it's got to be faster. But I mean, how do you think the series goes? Or you can just tell me, who do you think wins? The Golden Knights win if you said already they slow Nathan McKinnon down.
The Golden Knights win if their defense overcomes the offense of the Colorado Avalanche.
Gotcha.
Consistently from the first minute of the first game to the last horn of the last game. I'm struggling to find ways for them to get there.
Gotcha.
And I don't think, the homer could say, sure, give me the Golden Knights, but I'm not a homer. I'm trying to be a realist. I expect the series to be, like I said, an absolute slobber knocker. Just from first of all, teams don't like each other.
Yeah, no,
right. It won't be a learning curve to build up the hate.
Yeah,
that's going to happen right from the jump. So from the first minute of the first game, the intensity, it's going to be fully down on the gas pedal, and they're going to go. They're going to need Carter Hart to be great. They're going to need their special teams to hold up. Colorado, for some strange reason, as good as they are, have struggled on the power play this year, and it's completely inexplicable.
Well, that's good for Knights fans if they struggle.
And I'll give you one little strange tidbit about things. The last President's Cup trophy winner that won the Stanley Cup, 2013 Chicago Blackhawks.
Wow.
Been 13 years since the best team in the regular season got all the way to the dance and hoisted Lord Stanley Cup. So there's hope.
Wow.
If you believe in trends and old factors and statistics and stuff like that, there's something you can put your teeth in just a little bit.
That's the tenderest of tender nuggets.
It's easy
for you to drop on me.
Yeah, it's easy.
And I'm not going to lie, I'm going to steal that.
It's all yours.
I'm going to steal that. My guy from Hockey Nights in Las Vegas, Mr. Eddie Rivkin, one half of the superpower. Sarina, I'm sure she says she's not here, but you held it down very well.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate the opportunity to come back. And like I said, hopefully in a couple of weeks we'll have another series to wrap up and another series to preview, because I'll be the official Golden Goose for the Golden Knights.
There we go. Hopefully we'll be able to do this on the road somewhere.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Thanks for coming in, my man.
Anytime, Brian. Happy to be here. Honored to be here.